Ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, you know that this is the baby Bamma, and that I have repeatedly said that Obama, aka the abomination, is the Antichrist. And when I turn this upside down like this, you can see that the horns on the abomination, or the baby Bamma, follow true to the horns on this caricature underneath the baby Bamma. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is all part and parcel of the Dildoberger prophecies brought to you by Michael Fazio, aka Hoodwinked by an Angel. Because, ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to see is a caricature of Satan or Moloch on the reverse of the $1 bill when you fold it a certain way. And here is one of the faces of Moloch or Satan on the reverse of the $1 bill, and if you'll notice, dead center are one pair of eyes. However, there's another pair of eyes and another face with the horns immediately below that, and there's one above it, but you have to look at it from an expanded view. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a caricature of Moloch and or Satan, which is coming out of the pistol or fleur de lis that appears immediately below it until we invert it, which we're going to do in a moment. This is a fleur de lis or a flower. This is the flower or pistol that comes out of it, and in this case the flower is Satan and or Moloch. However, it looks like it's coming out of Moloch's face itself, because if this caricature right here, this triangular piece of information, which appears to be a flower in nature, and this is the horns of Moloch, if you can use your imagination for about 10 seconds, I will show you a picture of Moloch in its full scale or full screen mode, where the face is triangular in nature. Here is the mouth, here are the eyes, and here are the horns. However, at the top, that you can readily see, at the top above the horns is another form of fleur de lis. So in theory, let us say that this is the face of Moloch in between my horns, and that the horns at the top of Moloch's head that go outwards are the beads that I have postulated on the reverse of the $1 bill, and this is just another type of fleur de lis at the top. Now I'm going to bring this back down, and we're done with that for now, and then I'm going to close this out and show you that this particular website, aka Fleur de Lis website in heraldry and history, shows you thousands and thousands and thousands of different types of designs when it comes to crests and so on and so forth. And there is a gallery of designs that goes on forever. There are thousands of them. So right now we're going to minimize that, and we're going to go back to the caricature of Moloch, which appears right here with the horns of Moloch, and then it in fact looks like it's giving birth to another Satan-like entity with eyes here, and eyes above here. Okay? Now, it also appears that it's giving birth in the upward position. So we're going to turn this upside down or invert it. And now I am going to prove to you beyond doubt that whatever created the $1 bill did so on purpose, because this entity has three faces that are easily distinguishable, ladies and gentlemen. And you can fold the bill to see these three faces in your privacy of your own house, and underneath these faces, immediately above my fingertips, are the two hands that would be arms coming from this head. If this is the head, these are the arms, Where my fingers are the hands. And inside these hands, I am going to show you 5 digits inside the hands. Whether or not you can get your head around it, that something placed all of these pictographs on the reverse of the $1 bill is something that I can't say. But inside this hand-like structure that comes down from the shoulders, and inside this hand-like structure are 5 individual digits. 5 digits here and 5 digits here. The feet also contain 5 digits because there are 4 lines that separate the 5 digits. Now, as hard as that might be to comprehend or believe that it in fact occurs on the reverse of the $1 bill, now that the pictograph or pictography is inverted, now you can see what appears to be a Satan-like entity with horns going upwards. Here is one set of horns. Here is another set of horns. And here is a third set of horns. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not making this up. You can take a bill and do this for yourself. However, what you didn't see is the vulva that I mentioned before giving birth to this entity, which was once Moloch's head, and now when you combine the God pod, which appears on the reverse of the $1 bill with the pyramid in it, and the evil seed of death, which appears on the $1 bill, and I have coined those 2 circular compasses under those names for specific reasons that are depicted in my book, aka Angels on the Ark by Michael Fazio. When you take the evil seed of death and the God pod and bring them together, it appears as if it creates a fleur-de-lis that which Satan, or a Moloch type entity, is birthed from the bottom. Now, of course, there are several thousand other pictographs that I mention in the course of the writing of my book. And all of these pictographs are as real as what you have just experienced today. There is nothing that I have placed on this pictograph or caricature as far as lines or coloring, and I left this blank in order for you to see for yourselves that when you zoom in on these pictographs in the privacy of your own house, you too are going to come to the conclusion that this is not something that I have created with any kind of art program. This is a reality that exists on the reverse of the $1 bill of a Satan-like entity with several different faces, with hands and feet. In the book, I describe to you why this occurs. These videos can only be 11 minutes long, and therefore I don't have time to get involved with all of this. But moving past that, I wanted to show you something else that occurred to me today that just completely set me back quite a bit. If you'll notice, today's date over here is September 24th. Okay, we're going to have to move this over. Now, the center of the screen now is September 24th, 2011. Okay, and now when we move this screen back to the center, here is the amount of views that I received on my counter yesterday. 1,666. However, today is the 24th. This is, of course, today is the 25th. And these are the statistics for the 24th because the statistics are always 1 day old. Therefore, this is yesterday's statistics, but this is today's video that I created for today. And the name of the video that I created for today is the Bilderberger Prophecies, Part 52. Obama tells America serve Satan, Moloch on the $1 bill. Now, I don't think that this is a coincidence, and to prove it even one step further, that for some reason Satan is following this systematic explanation of Satan itself around. When I close this down, I'm going to show you we have Satan, and then I'm going to show you the name of the video that is uploading now as we speak, September 25th, 2011 at 10:23 a.m., 10:23 a.m., because my clock is 3 hours off. Public, published, 100% uploading processing. This is also the 316th video on my video list. Now, I don't know about you, but I find all of that pretty hard to believe, considering that 316 is always the number that represents the Lord God, who gave his son for the world to save the world. So this is my 316th